Hi, I'm Debbie Lindhorst, president of the Hopewell Valley Board of Education. Veterans are our family members and friends and colleagues, people who we work beside and who live in our communities. Only they've distinguished themselves in a very distinct manner, and they have served honorably and bravely in order to protect our rights and our basic freedoms as citizens of the United States. And I am sincerely grateful for their efforts, and I honor them for their service on this Veterans Day.
Hi, I'm Rosetta Trees, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction here in Hopewell. I wanted to take this time on Veterans Day to celebrate my son, Alexander Edward Trees, Warrant Officer in the Army. He is 82nd Airborne, and he has done 3 tours of duty in the Middle East. And also my father, Ronald Jenkins, who I don't have a picture of, but also served over 30 years in the Air Force and was drafted for the Vietnam War. So our family has had a lot of military service. We celebrate our soldiers, and we celebrate all of our veterans on Veterans Day.
Veterans are the reason that we have the freedoms and the personal liberties that we enjoy in our country every day.
I consider the veteran status to be an honor and veterans to be an integral part of American history and culture.
The word that I would use to describe all veterans would be selfless. You have men and women that have dedicated themselves to something bigger than themselves. They don't ask for anything in return. It's an amazing group of people. I'm proud to say that I am a veteran and I served with a lot of great people.
When I think of veterans, I think of my own family members and friends and people here in the Hopewell Valley. I'd like to particularly acknowledge the efforts of Bill Herbert and John Mason, who serve on the school board with me, who have both served in our military. And I honor them for their service and for their continued service as school board members. So thank you, Bill, and thank you, John.
I served in the U.S. Navy from 1989 to 1993. I was on the USS Lockwood, and I was a surface warfare officer on that ship.
I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2002 to 2006. I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003. The thing that got me to join the Marines was 9/11. I always went back and forth, always wanted to serve my country. After 9/11, I decided it was something I had to do.
I served in the Marine Corps from 1976 to 1979 and then did a couple years as a reservist.
I served in the United States Navy for 4.5 years. I was a radioman 3rd class, and it was a very exciting experience.
I was a sergeant in the U.S. Army for 8 years. I was a crew chief on UH-1 Huey helicopters, and I was basically in charge of everything from the flight deck back on the aircraft.
I was a sniper in the Army. We were deployed over into Iraq, so I was a part of Operation Iraqi Freedom when it first got started.
The branch of service that I was involved with is the United States Army Reserves. I served during peacetime, 1978 to 1985.
I went in the Marine Corps, I guess, because a lot of folks in my family had served. So it seemed like the right thing to do.
I've had my grandfather serve, I've had my uncle serve, and my oldest brother was serving at the time.
What inspired me to join the Navy and the military in general was my father. He dropped out of high school in 10th grade to work, and a few years later ended up enlisting in the Marine Corps. And he always tells me that he would have done anything to get out of the Marines when he was in it. But as life went on, he realized that it was the best thing that he ever did, and he really encouraged me to do that as well.
I always enjoyed watching stories about the military, especially the World War II stories of the Navy during the Second World War, and I always wanted to join the Navy and be a part of that, and that's what inspired me to be a part of the military system.
Being a Marine helped shape who I am today in so many ways. One of the biggest ways was service over self.
My time in the military taught me that I can survive anywhere on this planet and to never give up, always keep trying.
It helped me to grow a lot faster, mature a lot faster.
The military shaped who I am today by really giving me the confidence in myself to know that I could do anything, any job, anything I put my mind to.
It's helped me to be a much better citizen than I normally would have probably not been if I didn't have that military training. and I enjoyed it very much.
I guess one of the greatest thing I learned out of being in the service was that I was around lots of different people. I grew up north of Pennington, and our town was very homogeneous in terms of who lived there. And so this was the first time I had ever been around many people of color or people who were different from me. And one of the things I quickly learned was that we're all the same, even though we come from different places.
As a child of a veteran, I want to thank everyone who works for us and all of those in the community who have served our country. We can't thank you enough for your commitment and for your sacrifice. America is the greatest country in the world because of you, and I thank you for everything you've done.
It's important to honor veterans every day, not just on the Veterans Day, because of the many sacrifices that they make for themselves, the sacrifices their families make as far as time away from their family, the sacrifice of putting themselves in harm's way, even to the point of giving their lives for our country.
We have a lot of people that served, that were selfless, that didn't ask for anything in return, and now they're home, and now more so than ever with the mental health issues that a lot of veterans have. I think it's good and it's very important to remind them that we appreciate, as a nation, we appreciate what they've done for us.
Now, we live in a country that is a land of democracy and freedom, and it's not something that is given to us freely. And it was the sacrifices of the hundreds of thousands of men and women who have come before us and will continue to on afterwards that will keep those freedoms and liberties safe for us.
I think it's important to note that while Veterans Day only comes one day a year, we need to honor our veterans and our active members of the military on a daily basis because we enjoy those rights and those freedoms that they've protected on a daily basis. And so with that in mind, I'd like to say thank you, veterans. On behalf of the Hopewell Valley Board of Education, we honor you for your service and share our appreciation and our gratitude and wish you all of the best. Thank you.
I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today, and happy Veterans Day to everyone out there, and thank you very much.